You know what I love, besides all of you, and my family, and my job, and Marley, and okay, I love a lot of things. You know what I really, really enjoy though? I love when I learn. I love learning. I love learning. I love learning from you guys. I love when I sit and I speak with one of you guys and you say something and it teaches me, this guy who I think, man, I've lived it all, done it all, thought it all, and then you say something and I go, I've never thought about that way. And that happened to me this morning. It was great, great timing. And my friend who I talked to this morning, you're going to know that you're going to remember this conversation because you did it for me this morning. You shocked me because I've never thought about what we talked about the way you said it. I used the phrase as we were talking through some of the things that we're dealing with that nobody's perfect. And you, my friend, stopped me and said, actually, everybody's perfect. Everybody's perfectly you. You are perfect in your own way. And I was like, man, yeah, that's a good one. That had me thinking. And that's so true. We're all perfect. We're all perfect. We're all perfectly us. Perfect is a relative term. And for you, those of you who don't know what that means, a relative term, it means perfect can be differently defined by person to person, place to place, time to time. It's a fluid term. It changes. Perfect is it doesn't mean that the same thing to one person as it does to the other, and that's reality. Perfect, though, for us means that if we are being our true selves, our genuine selves to our core, and I've talked about our core previously in other videos, if we're being that person, then we are perfectly us. Now the key is we are us, but if we are humble enough and if we really care about ourselves and everybody around us enough, we're working on things that will make us feel better so that we can treat others better, right? And so we're perfect as long as we're always trying to be better. That's it. That is a good definition of perfect, is always trying to be better. That's a perfect process, but it's your process. Perfect doesn't mean what that person thinks or that group thinks. I have to be that. You just have to be you. That's it. I spent a lot of years trying to be perfect. I spent a lot of years hiding a lot of very dark secrets. Secrets about what I had experienced, things that I had to do to survive, some real, some things that I'll never be proud of, but they were things I had to do to live. All kinds of secrets that I had to keep in because I was embarrassed, I was ashamed, scared to talk about it, all of the things, and mostly I was scared though that this whole town around me and everywhere I went, people thought I was perfect. I was, happy and had a ton of friends and great at football and grades were good and everything was going fine. I had nice clothes, all the things. So you wouldn't be able to tell that at night, a lot of times I went and slept in an alleyway or I slept outside or I slept in my car. You wouldn't be able to tell that because I hid it all inside. I was trying to be what everybody wanted me to be. And it led me to really not have an opportunity to form a true sense of who I was. So it took me a long time to figure that out. And I don't want that for you guys. I want you to start thinking now, right now, as you're listening to this, who I really am. Not who I see on social media, not who I see on TikTok and Instagram and all those things, because that's not real. All of that is manufactured. And anything that people post on those sites, that's them trying to show you they're perfect. Their life is perfect. And we all know that's not, right? Because we're all a little bit guilty of that. We've all posted and tried to show like our highlight reel, we're having so much fun and life is good and all the things. And we're probably going through something else at the time, but we're not going to post that because that wouldn't be, that's not getting followers. That's not getting likes. If I'm talking about, I'm depressed inside and I feel lonely or I'm struggling with addiction or whatever it is, that's not being quote unquote perfect, but in reality you are perfect because you're you. You might have those challenges and you might be working towards overcoming certain things, but as long as you're working towards it and not giving up and saying, I guess I'm broken forever, then you're perfect. Thank you to my friend for reminding me of that this morning, because a lot of times, especially in my position, in my job, I go to a lot of places and I meet a lot of people where I go, oh God, I'm not that person. And I need to be more like that person. And that's not true, right? How boring would that be? I think, I don't want to be a cookie cutter version of the next person who I think I should act more like, because that takes away from me. I have nothing to offer then. I can't give you guys Mr. Ryan because I'm 2.0 version of the next guy, and that's not me. So be you because you are perfect. Everybody's perfect if you're being you. If you're trying to be somebody else though, or if you're trying to be you that is not truly you so you can please somebody else or fit in or gain acceptance or whatever, that's not a perfect process. You're still you and you're still a perfect being, but you got to put in the work to make sure that you stay true to you. So what an awesome message today. I had a totally different video plan for this morning, but I liked yours so much better because it really made me think, and I've been thinking about it ever since. So you, my friend, who gave me that message, you are perfect. I am perfect. You all listening, anybody, wherever you're at, you're perfect. You are. You're not what you think you should be, and you probably aren't what other people think you should be. But what else matters other than being you? Nothing, because there's no other you. You're perfectly you. Stay that way. Stay you. Be true to you. Break the cycle of thinking that you have to be somebody else, because you are perfectly you in every single way. That's making a new cycle. Make that perfect cycle for yourself and break the old one, because we're cycle breakers, baby.